We'll stretch back and close down the eyes. And give yourself just a few moments at the beginning of your practice to ground in. Let go of your day, let go of everything that's going on in your everyday life. And allow your full attention to be with your body in the present moment. Allow yourself to slow down, come to a place of quietness, and become aware of your body against the mat and the connection between your body and the mat. Allow yourself to be heavy, sinking down. The breath taking you deeper. And notice how you're feeling this evening, physically, how your body feels. Notice if there's any tension or any injuries that you might be working with. So we're scanning over the body, observing, and just taking note that you can bring that awareness with you into the asana. And then notice how the energy is feeling tonight. And as you breathe, imagine a calming energy flowing down into your body. A calm energy starting to expand outwards from the center of your body, flowing in all directions. Each breath soothing your body. Each breath helping to quieten your mind and keep you present, keep you grounded in your practice. Encourage your breath to slow down, so breathing in a little bit longer and breathing out a little bit longer. And as you breathe, the rib cage is expanding and relaxing. And keep this connection to the breath, keep this inward focus. And then gently start to move your fingers and your toes. Open up your eyes. Take the arms behind the head and stretch your whole body, lengthening out through the arms and the legs. Breathing deeply. And we'll take those knees into the chest, hug them in, and gently rock on your back from right to left. Notice how that feels across the back body. And then when you're ready, you can come back into center. On your out breath, lift your head and shoulders from the floor, round up towards your knees. And on your in breath, lower the spine back down. Exhale, rounding up. And inhale to lower down. And one more time, exhale as you lift. Inhale to lower. Release the feet to the mat. Keep the knees bent, hands down by the sides, palms facing downward. Take a pelvic tilt, and as you inhale, lift your hips, lift your spine up into a bridge pose. And as you exhale, lower from the top of the back all the way down to the hips. Do that again. Inhale, lift up. And exhale to lower. One more time like that. Breathing in, peel the spine up. And breathe out as you lower your spine all the way down. Open out the arms in line with the shoulders. Take your hips just an inch or two over to the right, and then let your knees roll down to the left. So you're taking a twist. And then you can look out to the right and start to soften down into that right shoulder. So your shoulder is grounding down into the mat. And at the same time, the right side of your hip is rolling up and over. So you get that deep twist. Breathe into the twist. As you inhale, the head can come back to center, then the legs come up. And we'll slide the hips over to the left side of the mat. Let the knees roll down to the right. Your left shoulder sinking down. Turn your head to look to the left. And really work on that twist. So as your left shoulder is pressing down, the left side of your hip is rolling up and over. So you get that wringing out effect. And we'll take the head back to center, take the legs back up, bring the hips in line with the spine, and the knees can come into the chest. This time, hands onto the top of the knees, circle around the lower back. Nice and easy. And we'll reverse those circles back the opposite way. Then you can either roll up to sit or come to your side and come up to sit. And we'll sit up nice and tall. And then you have two options. So you can cross the right leg in front of the left and get a nice deep cross of the leg. So like a square shape with your legs. Or you can take double pigeon and stack the right ankle over the left knee. So this is a little bit deeper. And both options are working into the hip. So if this feels like it's too much or the foot won't go on top of the knee, go bring it down in front. You'll still get the same effect. And then you're starting to bring the weight over to that right side. And if that feels okay and you want to go further, you can walk the hands out in front. But you find that place that feels like it's enough. So you feel free to stay upright or keep the weight over to the right without folding. You decide how far you're going. And you're breathing down into the hips, trying to unravel all of that tightness that builds up there. We all hold quite a lot of tension in the hips just from our everyday lives. So you're working on releasing into that. And if you fold it down, you can come back up slowly. We'll unwrap the legs and switch over. So either the left leg is going in front of the right, and you're trying to get those feet out as much as you can so they're stacked under the knees, or left leg on top of the right knee, and you get the ankle on the knee so your foot is slightly out over the edge of the leg. This top leg, the knee could be much higher up or might be lower down, but you're trying to bring a little bit of weight into the left side. So that left leg is coming down a little bit more. It'll deepen the stretch in the outer left hip. And for those who want to fold, you always have that option to bring the hands out in front and fold forward. And then you're breathing into the stretch, down into those muscles. If you're folding down, start to come back up and gently unravel the legs. They'll bring them out in front, give them a little shake out, and then bring the soles of the feet together. And you can hold on to the feet or the ankles, fold forward, let the head relax, and start to soften into the inner leg. Think about releasing through the inner leg, inner groin. Good. Come back up slowly and make your way onto your hands and knees. Take the knees out about mat width apart. Bring your big toes together and sit back into child's pose. And then see, can you get your forehead to the floor? And once you're there, walk the hands further forward. Get those elbows to straighten. You might find that as your arms straighten out and as you go a little bit deeper into the arms, that you've got to lift the head and readjust the position where the head is. That's okay, do that. Now start to press back through your hips, back through your sit bones. And you're breathing down into the stretch. And take your time. We'll come up onto hands and knees. Bring your knees back in line with the hips. Ground through the palms and then tuck the toes under and take the knees up into downward facing dog. And then hold your down dog. Allow yourself to be in the stillness of the pose. Don't worry about straightening the leg. Start with a bend in the knee. Get that nice long spine. Stretch out the back. Keep planting the palms down as you send your hips back. Good. Let's come forward into a plank. Shoulders over the wrists, hips in line with the spine. Take your knees down. Release the toes, come all the way down to the belly. And then bring your hands a little bit further forward. Keep your elbows in by your sides. And as you inhale, lift your chest into cobra and then hold cobra. So your gaze is straight ahead. You're taking a few slow breaths. And really tune into your lower back. Keep your hips grounding down. Keep your tummy muscles drawing in and make sure the lower back is happy. And if it's niggling and you engage your core and you press your hips down and nothing changes, go lower. Don't go so high. We're going to stay for another breath or two at your own pace, breathing in and out. And when you're ready to release, slowly come down. Rest one hand on top of the other. Rest your forehead on your hands. Bend your knees so your feet are in the air. And then windshield wiper the legs from right to left. Come back into center, release the feet, ease your way back to tabletop. And from tabletop, you're coming into pigeon pose. Your right knee comes up towards the outer right edge of the mat. Keep that knee well bent, and then the left leg slides further back. So you want to make sure this right knee is happy. If it's niggling at all, make sure it's well bent. If you can't bend it anymore and you've got a niggle in it, lean over to the right a little bit so you can take some pressure out of the knee. Otherwise, we're leveling off the hips so the weight is even between the right and left sides. And then we'll see, can we come down onto the forearms? Or if you want to stack your fists and rest your head on your fists, you can do that. And this pose is great for targeting the entire hip area. So you might notice that it's getting everywhere from your outer hip and your glute to your inner groin and your hip flexor. And you're breathing into that stretch, encouraging a softening, a releasing of the muscles, letting go through the tissues. And now you can start to come up, make your way back up onto your hands. Slide the right knee back gently, come to tabletop. And then that left knee is going to go forward, and you're going out towards the outer left edge of the mat with the left knee. The right leg goes back, toes point back. And then just check in with that left knee. See how it feels. Make sure it's happy. If it's niggling, bend the knee a bit more. If you can't bend it anymore, shift your weight out to the left. If the knee is happy, your hips are level. Okay, so your weight is even in the hips. And then we'll start to work on folding down. So again, you can come to the elbows, or you might stack your fists and rest your head on your fists. And pigeon pose is a very passive pose, or at least we're trying to make it passive by letting go of the effort, letting go of the battle, and allowing the muscles to surrender. So as you hold the pose, see, can you soften a little bit more? Can you release a little bit more? And then start to come back up. Make your way onto your hands. Slide the left knee back, come to tabletop. And then move your spine through cat-cow a few times. Breathing out as you round your spine, and breathing in as the belly dips down and the tailbone goes up. That's that nice, gentle movement back and forth. And we'll come to a neutral spine, tuck the toes under, lift into downward dog. Get your spine long, just like you did earlier, but now start working to stretch into the back of the legs a little bit more. Don't lose the spine. Keep the spine long and only straighten the legs as far as you can without rounding into the back. And then notice how it feels and breathe into the stretch. Good. Let's walk the hands and the feet towards each other. Fold your arms, catch opposite elbow, let your head hang, and really go deep into that stretch in the back body. Release through the spine, release through the side ribs, stretching all along the back of the legs. Good. Unfold your arms and then walk your hands and your feet back out into downward facing dog. And we lower the knees and slide the legs out in front, coming into Paschimottanasana. So a little bit deeper again in the back of the legs. Keep your legs straight, keep your heels down, and then stretch forward and catch a hold wherever you can. So you might be holding the feet, you might be holding the shins or the ankles. And you're trying to keep the spine as long as you can. There's always going to be a little bit of rounding up here in the top of the back. But if you imagine the front of your body from your rib cage to your hips stays long and open, and then wherever you get to, that's fine. Okay? You're keeping that open space as you fold into the pose. Come on up slowly. And then take the legs out wide. Sorry, my internet is a little unstable for some reason. Blame the rain. Heels down, toes up, spine nice and long, and then start to go forwards again. And so again, think about that long, open front body. And just as far as the hips will go. And then breathing into the pose, noticing where you feel the stretch and breathing into that stretch. When you're ready, come back up. And we'll slide the legs in and then come on down onto the back. And you can decide how you want to finish your practice. So if your neck and shoulders are happy to go up into shoulder stand, you can lift the hips and take the hands onto the back and stay halfway if you like, or go further up into a fuller shoulder stand. If you don't want to take the hips from the floor, your legs can go up and the hips stay down. And then you're breathing deep into the body, letting go of the effort and allowing things to slow down as you come towards the end of your practice. So we'll stay for a couple more breaths. And then when you're ready, bring your knees into your chest. If your hips are up, lower the hips slowly. And we'll hug the knees in and gently rock on the back from right to left. And come back into center and stretch out for relaxation. So you can lie on your back or your side, whatever way you're most comfortable. Close down the eyes and give yourself a moment, a little bit of time to come back to the present moment, come back to the stillness that Shavasana brings. Letting go of all of the doing, all of the effort that comes with the asana practice. Letting go of all of that now. And feeling yourself sinking down into the mat, down into the earth. And stay with that inward focus. Stay with the quietness. Allow yourself to go deeper and deeper inward. This is your time, your space. We'll hold on to this quietness, this calmness, and take it with you into the end of your day, into the week ahead, feeling relaxed and completely at ease. Start to deepen your breath. Bring some movement to your fingers and your toes. Stretch out through the arms and the legs. When you're ready, hug your knees into your chest. Open up your eyes. And then slowly either rolling to your side and coming up to sit that way, or rolling forwards and up, making your way to sitting with the palms in prayer. Bow the head and offer deepest thanks and respects to each other for practicing together. Namaste.